to GTS. It's gonna look good on this car, man. Excited to see it. All right, so hood stuff. We got the hood open, obviously. These right here, these hinge bolts are 13s, and then you have a plastic piece here that needs to come out, and then you have all of the washer fluid stuff that needs to come out. These are all plastic, but you have to be really careful with them because these are easy to crack. I actually cracked the one in my F30, but if you take your time with it, it's a lot easier. This part down here, you don't really need to worry about. It stays on the stock hood. These come out just like that. Put them together and then you just unscrew these. They're gonna go back into the GTS hood, but it is important to kind of pay attention to how many threads you have left on your stock one, because that's where you're gonna wanna start when you put it back into the GTS hood. These guys just pop out by removing those and that, and then the whole thing comes out. You actually don't twist this. When you twist this, it actually moves this out, and that's just for the adjustment of how far in the hood sits when this hits this. It hits this. So when you move this out, it hits that and determines how high up the corner sits. And then, yeah, you got a bunch of plastic stuff over there, same deal. Obviously do this with 2 people, way easier. I don't even know if you could do it with 1 person. Maybe you could try and do it. Yeah. Well, Brian's a godfather, so. So yeah, that's it. We're gonna go ahead and take this one off and then bring in the new one and just start the adjustments. You also have a bunch of Torx up here underneath this rubber piece. We're not gonna take this off yet because we might just get lucky and not have to adjust it, but the chances of that happening are slim to none, because anytime you have an aftermarket hood, usually you have to adjust everything. On my F30 and my M2, I had to do a little bit of adjustment on fenders, definitely adjustment on hinges, and adjustment on front bumper. That's just the way it goes when you're running aftermarket. This isn't like a BMW OEM hood, so you do have to expect that there will be a little bit of modification in terms of refitting and adjusting things to make it fit as good as we can. However, I have seen OEM hoods that don't fit as good as I could make the GTS hood fit. So if you are buying the GTS hood and you're just going to assume that it's going to fit perfectly, then it's probably not the hood for you. But if you're okay with moving some things around or just take it to a body shop, then it's really not that difficult. And we'll show you guys here today how we can make it fit really good. All right, so we got everything out. All these guys, all this stuff, all this basically just pops right out. With these, this turns, so it's like that, and you just turn it like that and then it comes out, but be very careful with it. These ones, when you take them off, don't just pull. These are your nozzles, your windshield washer nozzles. Don't just pull on this. Yeah, you want to stick a screwdriver in there and hit those little clips right there, because that's what's holding them in. So you got 2 of those. And then from there, it's just 4 13 millimeters, obviously 2 people. And then just hoist it off and take it outside and put in the new one. All right, we're gonna weigh ourselves and then the hoods to see what these things weigh. All right, so nothing on here.
How much does thick F30 weigh? Ooh.
174.4. Ready?
You don't even have to look at the number. Whoa. 220.6. All right, quick math.
Nope. So 30, 50 pounds, something like that? 50.6 pounds? Is that what it was?
Cut.
Yeah, I get it right.
What is it, 220.6?
Can you help me move this hood real quick though?
46 freaking pounds.
46?
Yeah.
Imagine if you got a carbon one though. It's a pretty big savings.
But like, but that one's already pretty light. You know what I'm saying? Like the aluminum one.
Go around this way.
You know, for the cost.
Oh yeah.
And this one's just super light.
It's much lighter.
Light as a feather. Be careful with this, the aluminum skin, it'll cut you. You got it?
Oh, this one's way lighter. Holy crap. All right, ready?
Yep.
Dude, whoa. 197.
That's 23 pounds lighter.
23 pounds lighter.
Lighter than stock, yep.
23 pounds lighter on the aluminum GTS hood. That's insane. So he already had the bottom painted.
Oh, yep.
In mineral gray without a clear coat. So that's how they do the bottom of hoods. Mine's the same way. It's Alpine white without clear. So, all right, so now it's just a matter of reassembling this bad boy. And it's pretty easy, man. That's crazy that it's that much lighter.
23 pounds.
I can't believe that. All right, so to give you guys the final weighs, so I'm 174.4. The stock hood is 220 pounds, 220.6, and then the GTS hood, the aluminum hood, is 197. So the GTS aluminum hood is literally half of the weight of what the stock hood is, and it saves you 22.6 pounds. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's like that's insane. You will notice that. Like really, really massive weight savings. So now we're gonna go ahead and reassemble. It's easy. We'll update you guys. The hardest part's obviously with two people trying to maneuver it on there and make sure it fits, but and then just adjusting the fenders, adjusting the bumper, making sure everything is lined up perfectly. And I will, once we get it fit right, once we get the thing to fit right, I'll go back over everything that we actually adjusted and show you what we had to do. On my car, pretty much everything had to move that way, and like a little bit of bumper stuff. But
they've also repainted this car, so
yeah,
it might be different than factory.
Yeah, so there might be some stuff that's already moved, but we'll get into it and let you guys know. All right, we got it good. So I'm gonna show you guys a few things we're learning. This is an aluminum hood and it's super, super light. So he's actually thinking about maybe finding some like actual M4 GTS shocks, these shocks, because these ones, they're meant for a really heavy hood. So like the hood flies up and it's kind of hard to shut it. So that is something to take note. Everything else is good. What actually was way easier to fit this hood onto this car than it was for me to fit my hood on my F30 and my M2, and the overall fitment is better on this hood. So I think that when Souvenir said that they were redesigning this with the aluminum, I think that they did some fitment stuff and also the weight, because it's obviously a lot lighter. Yeah, so you can actually see, do it again. So you can see the flex here when he tries to close it, because this hood it's so light. But so I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about the stuff that we adjusted. Like I said before, you're gonna have to adjust everything when you're doing a hood. It's just part of the game. On these guys, you can actually see we went to the left on here and up a little bit. Same with the back one, left and up. And then on this side, on the driver's side, it looks like we went to the left. So the whole hood basically had to go over left and up a little bit. And
everyone's car is going to be different.
Yeah, everyone's car is going to be different. So this isn't like a tutorial for on how to do yours. I'm just showing you exactly what we did on his. The fenders had to go in, both fenders. So it's almost like they make these hoods a little bit smaller than an OEM like stock hood, which is okay. You'd rather have it be a little bit smaller and push things in to meet those lines than a larger one and try to move things out. So we moved in the fender like just a hair, as you can see here, and then we did the one up here, and then the bumper came in a little bit too.
Just in the middle.
Yeah, the bumper came in just a little bit in the middle, and then we actually moved out the sides a little bit. I usually try to base most of the gaps off of my gap up here, because this is really going to dictate how the lines go across here. And I mean, I'm just looking at it in camera and it looks really good. So yeah, you can see the gap lines right here. Mind your gaps coming through. I mean, very, very even. That is like really good fitment for an aftermarket hood.
If anything's gonna bother anybody, is just there's gonna be a bigger gap at the top.
Yeah, if anything is gonna bother him, but I mean, that is, you should see it on mine. It's way worse on mine. Mine is like pretty bad. But the thing is, once this gets painted and it's all the same color, it's like hardly even noticeable. It's one of those things where, you know, obviously with a black hood contrasting with this, it's a lot easier to see these kind of things. But you guys will see in this video, he's actually gonna take this car home and then take it to the paint shop tomorrow, right? Cool, so this is gonna go into paint, and then we'll have, at the end of this video, obviously the reveal when it's in the same color, and it's just gonna look freaking ridiculous with this mineral gray. The mineral has all this flake in it too. It's gonna look sick. But, so yeah, it wasn't too bad. You know, a couple hours of us kind of just, we were kind of messing around, just talking, but I don't know, about an hour or so of you having to actually go through and adjust some things to make it fit right. But you can really start to see how this is gonna change the front profile of this car. Like, it just really brings the aggression out in the hood lines and just the overall body of the M Sport. It looks so freaking sick, man. So this is all souvenir, actually, the lip too. With that hood, it's just like that front look is unbelievable.
That might change.
It might. And also, one thing to note that I don't think a lot of people talk about is the vent. Having this open here makes the intake way louder. So like turbo, spool, intake sound, it's completely amplified. And that is one of the first things you'll notice when you're driving with this hood. Obviously you got this big hump, but the sound, it's way louder. Yeah, go for it. It's way louder. It's like you're driving around. It's like you're driving around with your hood open. Well, okay. Yeah, man. It's a lot loud. Like, it sounds crazy.
So it's not just cosmetic, guys.
No. It's definitely got some other cool features too. So that's the that's the whole situation with the hood. He's now going to take this off and paint, and then we'll show you guys when it's all done. Probably like a week or so from now, we should have the car back, and like we said, they're going to blend the fenders. So, I mean, everything from fitment to the style to the weight, like the weight, dude, the weight savings. The fact that he said this is half the weight of a stock hood is pretty mind-blowing. We will see you in a week when this car is ready, and then we will show you guys what it looks like. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, good morning, fam. 6:53. You boys running late for a car show. Can't remember when we started this video, like 3 days ago, I think. But our boy Andres finally got his hood painted, GTS hood. Yo, these birds are loud out here. Andres finally got his GTS hood painted, and it looks really good. Ceramic coated this last night. Look at how good that looks. Sheesh. Also ceramic coated the splitter finally. So all of the carbon now is fully ceramic coated. Good morning. Hey guys. Hey guys. All right, man. We got the two snacks posted up. And you can see his hood is finally on here. The paint match is really impressive. So what, they blended the fenders, right?
Yep. Yeah, they just blended the
I mean,
fenders.
that's the way to do it, man. It looks freaking OEM. And obviously he's got the hump and everything. Yeah, it looks freaking good, man. What a game changer this hood is. And the weight alone, like the fact that it just weighs half of the OEM hood is absolutely mind-blowing. Looks so good. I like it. Are you happy with it?
Oh, I love it. It's so cool.
He was talking about how he got in the car and just like having that big old power hump in front is just like, it just looks so good. So do you guys think he needs new wheels? I don't know.
I've never heard that before.
I think so. Got a little friend. This thing is nasty. Nasty on the LMs, bro. Damn. Looking good, man. This thing is nasty, bro. There you have it, guys. That is the GTS hood by Souvenir. Andres, happy with it?
Yep, looks so good.
Hell yeah, man. I think it turned out really, really well. But yeah, man, it just hits different on the mineral gray. Like, you can really see all the body lines. Just easily takes the car to another level. Looks so aggressive. If you guys are interested in this hood, like always, it'll be linked down in the description. But thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe, comment down below, like this video, and hit that bell notification. And just like that, this video's over.
Follow that F30.
We're out.